Oh, how long you been here?
Got here at 9:28.
Oh.
No, like 9:22. I mean, not 9:22.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I must walk right past you.
It was like right after these people.
Yeah, I walked in literally.
Yeah, I was like, because usually.
Okay.
Sure. It's good. There's no reason just to preempt this.
Did you zoom in last time on the videos that was playing, or did y'all just like move it back?
Did a little bit, yeah.
Yeah, because there'll be the one at the beginning, that inspiring moments one, and then high school's going to do a video at some point too. I'll go to places.
Right, you want to zoom in on that?
Yeah. Well, our first one is about the teachers of the year, so that's a big deal.
What?
Yes. I don't know, be a reader.
We have nothing.
Interviews.
Oh no, well like interviews on like Thursday, softball meeting, Friday, and the next day we're maybe around. There's been it's been high there for the day. Day to night. They only get paid for it's like a full day.
That's exactly right. That's exactly right.
Good, how are you?
It's been a night.
That makes sense. Yeah, that makes sense.
violence. Presenting the colors tonight is the Summer Creek High School Army Junior ROTC.
Colors, hold. Raise and arms.
I pledge allegiance to the flag
of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Honor the Texas
Flag. I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state, under God, one indivisible.
Hold. Arms. Colors, oaths. Colors, burn orange.
And if you'll remain standing for a moment of silence, please. Thank you. I think they were from K Park. Is that what I got? Okay, K Park. That's okay. That's okay. It's not my fault. It's your fault. Okay. Well, welcome. Nice to have everyone here. And let's see, Dr. Scotland, we've got some commendations and recognitions tonight.
We do. I'm Mr. Engelhardt, trustees. We will start with this month's inspiring moment. That will be followed by, we'll have Jerry Weinbauer come forward and she'll introduce and will commend this month's super staffers for the district. And then Trey Kramer will go to the podium and we have a very, very special and important commendation to issue to some Summer Creek staff members. So this month's inspiring moment, as Gwen makes her way to the video controls, we're going to get to meet our elementary teacher of the year, Lisa Gwynn from Maple Brook Elementary School, and our district teacher of the year, Charlie Duke from Humboldt High School.
I really felt like it's easy for me to be good at what I do with the support system that I have. That's just all that I'm supposed to do. I was working as a social worker in a nursing home, even though the nursing home was quite fulfilling and rewarding, that I was just better suited to use the kids.
She helps the students understand what I'm glad that she got that because she's one of the best teachers. She always does stuff for us that makes us help learn better. She makes sure we're always learning. She always checks up on us. She teaches us but it's not like just worksheets, it's fun games, and everything she does is just perfect for learning and helping us have a little bit of fun at the same time.
I just realized when I'm with them that every day has a purpose, and that not just with the small stuff. It's about making a difference in their lives, not just teaching them, reading, writing, and arithmetic, but being a person for them that they'll remember their whole life, not just who taught them how to write, but who taught them how to be compassionate toward other people, things like that.
Let's do it.
Please welcome me and introduce you to the Humble ISD Teacher of the Year, Charlie New!
It's totally unexpected. Never in a million years would I have ever thought that I would have got Teacher of the Year for the district, and I'm just, I didn't have words for it. And I'm still trying to comprehend everything that happened that night, and just try to figure out words for it. And it was just like a dream. This is my 6th year at Humble High School. This was my first high school that I started teaching at, and it took me a while after college to go through some different jobs and really figure out that what started in high school, something that, hey, I think I'd like to be an ag teacher because my ag teacher had such a big difference on my life. Knowing that what an impact my ag teacher made on me, I wanted to give that to other students.
He's taught me so many things, how to load, how to build a marching bit, knowing that he actually cares about me and what's going on. I'm comfortable with letting him know what's going on.
He put me on the right path in my life, what I want to be. I know congratulating her being my Teacher of the Year. She probably win it next year as well, and the year after that. I just want to congratulate and thank him for everything he's done.
He's hard. He doesn't really be like he goes out for us. Like anything he has to do, he really puts. He didn't feed for the barn or for our animal during the show season. He will be like he would take money out of his pocket to go get it. He actually cares, like he wants to see us see the progress in our life.
But he's helped me out the past 4 years, helped me develop into the person I am. When I didn't have a ride home from the barn, he would help me out and give me a ride home. He got me interested in welding, and I'm going to college to take welding classes and hopefully get in the welding industry.
The most important thing that I do for my students is, I try to find that one thing that they're good at. I don't care if they're going to be, if they're going to go into the field of ag or if they're going to be a doctor or a lawyer. I know that what we teach in my class, which is the leadership goals and the communication skills, is going to help them whatever they decide to do. I would like my students to, when they walk out the door, I want my students to be a responsible young adult, and I want them to have the self-confidence when they leave out of here to know that they can do anything they want to.
Proud to introduce live and in person, first the elementary teacher of the year, Lisa Gwynn. Lisa, could you please stand? Lisa, congratulations again. Just please promise me you're going to come back from Sedona. And now our district teacher of the year from Humble High School, Charlie Duke. better than I, but you both represent really, literally, the hundreds upon hundreds of outstanding teachers we're blessed to have on Longview State. So congratulations again. So Jerry, I'll ask you to go to the podium. Ms. Ringwright, if you will join me out front.
So just as a reminder, each month, campuses and departments select an individual to be honored as super staffer for their outstanding work in advancing student achievement. A drawing is held and 3 honorees receive additional recognition at the school board meeting tonight, including a 200 gift card to Papa's Restaurants thanks to an award sponsor. The sponsor for the May Super Staffer is Smart Financial Credit Union. Representing Smart Financial tonight is Tiffany Halpin. You want to come on up, Tiffany? Director of Foundations, and Linda Gatlin, AVP of Business Development. Smart Financial has been a strong supporter of Humble IC in our community for several years. They have sponsored several foundation grants in our schools, the Mind the Gaps Conference hosted by the Office of Community Development, as well as sponsoring the gala tickets for all of our Teachers of the Year. Smart Financial has locations in Kingwood and Tuscaloosa and now FM 2920, and we are glad to have them part of our community. So they are going to help pass out some goodies for us and also some goodies from Smart Financial. So being honored as an elementary super staffer tonight is Shatoya Andrews from Lakeland Elementary. Shatoya is a second grade teacher, and those who nominated her said, Mrs. Andrews is always coming up with new and creative ideas to increase the rigor of work for our students. As an example, the school-wide math extravaganza was such a hit. Our students had a great time learning how much fun math can be.
Dr. Sconzo and Board of Trustees, it truly is a pleasure tonight to recognize a group of individuals from Summer Creek High School. Back on April 1st of this year, there was a student that collapsed in the cafeteria at Summer Creek High School. What started out as just potentially an ordinary situation that you would address a kid on soon became a very critical medical emergency. All the way to the point that a defibrillator had to be used, and the young man that was there without the help of these 5 individuals would not be here today. As a former building principal and as an educator, like many of us are in this room, our children are our most prized possessions. It's truly an honor tonight to be able to take the time to recognize 5 individuals who are actually heroes, and talking with all of them basically indicated they were just doing what their jobs were, and that's to take care of our kids. I would like to acknowledge a couple of people first. Miss Susan Loophole. Susan, are you here? Susan is our coordinator of nurses. Thank you, Susan. Also, Mr. Dr. Carter, the associate principal at Summer Creek High School. Ms. Carter, thank you for being here. First, I'd like to recognize Ms. Karen Gorgel. Karen, come on up, please. Karen is one of the nurses at Summer Creek High School, and she was one of the staff members who rendered aid to the Summer Creek student that collapsed on that day. Come on forward, please. Next, I would like to introduce Ms. Sarah Hanson, athletic trainer, Summer Creek High School. Next, I'd like to introduce Mr. Eddie Palomares, assistant principal of Summer Creek High School. He's got his daughter with him tonight. Come on up. Woo-hoo. Next, Mr. Brandon Rain, athletic trainer of Summer Creek High School. And last but certainly not least, Mr. Schoenfeld, nurse, Summer Creek High School. I think they want to do a group picture. Again, as they're taking this picture, they're being acknowledged for outstanding achievement in school service and student safety. I cannot emphasize to you enough, after receiving that phone call and knowing the severity of what took place, it's truly an honor and a pleasure to have these individuals working on the ISD. Without their help, without their commitment to taking care of our kids, that student would not be alive today. So how about another round of applause? Make like the bell has rung and y'all. It's been a long day.
next item is questions and comments by patrons or employees of the district regarding agenda items or any other matters. My first one I have on the list is Elva Caballero. Elva, you'll come to the podium.
That was adhered and filed on us by the special education director and the superintendent. The district has chosen not to dismiss our complaint because it was not received within the time to meet the deadlines for complaints. On March the 4th of 2014, at an R meeting, my husband and I disagreed with the school's full independent evaluation completed by the school. At this time, we requested a full independent evaluation at a public expense. As a result, the district has filed due process on us, requesting that we, the parents, do not have this independent evaluation at a public expense. By doing this, the special education director and the superintendent have taken on, committed the district, I should say, to a determined amount of money to take us to court. This complaint did not meet the deadline. However, this is still an ongoing issue. This is still happening right now. We are due to be in court on June 12th. So it's a determined amount of legal fees without giving the board an opportunity to hear the case. This is clearly poor stewardship of the public's finances. I am going to present to you today with the complaints that I have filed or that I sent to the school, and today I'm submitting also a complaint 3 for you to review and hopefully decide whether this is something that the school district wants to commit to. Thank you for your time.
Thank you. Next up, we have Beth Davis speaking about the Humble ISD Golf Classic. Beth? That hasn't even spoken yet.
Rowdy crowd in the back.
Yeah.
Members of the board, administrators, community partners, parents, teachers, coaches, and students. Thank you for having us. We have had another exciting and successful year in Humble ISD Golf. First of all, I want to tell you about those successes. We had 7 representatives at the state championships this year. I think that it actually gives it, well, let's give a round of applause because several of those folks are in the back. We have our K Park Lady Panthers that took 3rd place in the state championship. We had Lexi Brooks, Hannah Alberto, Tori Gatling, Emily Dearman, and Sydney Hallmark. For the boys, we had a 7th place finish from Atascocita's Logan Davis, and we also had a 20th place finish by Connor Black at Summer Creek. All 4 schools that have golf programs were represented in our regional tournaments this year, which was exciting for us because we've got some great folks, some great kids. We had 1 regional champion come out of that, and that is Logan Davis. A lot of district champions because we couldn't have gotten to state without going through that process. And boy, we gave it to them, and we ruled on district. So everybody had a great time and had a very successful year. With the state competition, that brought our season to the end. And actually, the year comes to a close. And we'll be parting fairways with 25 senior golfers this year. But of those 25 golfers, 28% will be continuing their golf careers at many of our fine institutions here. We have representatives from Humble at University of Houston, Embry-Riddle, Texas A&M, Texas Tech, Texas Tech, St. Thomas, Tyler Junior College, and UT Tyler. As part of our mission, the Humble ISD Golf Classic awards memorial scholarships in honor of the memory of 2 Kingwood golfers who left the course way too soon, Evan Kaguski and Casey Hughes.
Recipients of this year's scholarships, as decided by Rona and Casey's family, were Connor Black and Maggie Lee, each receiving $1,000 towards their college education. We have quite a caliber of talent within our program, not just on the course. Beyond the scholarships, many of these 25 seniors are receiving scholarships to take on and to round off their careers as they get additional education. And our talent continues to grow. Through the success of what we do here at the Humboldt ISD Golf Classic, we have raised the interest level in high school golf here at Humboldt. We are proud of the attention that our golf programs get. Every time we go to tournaments, everyone goes, oh, that's the Humboldt ISD, that's that group. We are very proud to be that group. And because of that, some of our younger golfers, our younger students are beginning to take a lot of interest in golf. We've had an 11% rise over the past 5 years in our golf programs, and we hope that continues. And thanks to the support of the schools, many of you there who came and played and had a great time with us that day. We also have to make sure that our efforts and our funds for the programs rise as well. 2014 was a record year on many accounts. We had 4 courses with over 500 golfers that day, 76 community sponsors, many in the room, and 11 at the course vendors, and they provided a lot of fun for us as well. 88 volunteers between 2 locations and 1 sconzo. Yes, there's only 1 sconzo. We dedicated a hole on each course to congratulate Dr. Sconzo for being our regional superintendent of the year, thereby creating, now and forever, the Sconzo. Professional long drive tour players with Charity Golf International entertained us all day to support and raise more money for our cause, and their spectacular drives added 12% to our goals total this year. So we can't wait to see what next year's Sconzo is going to bring. Major sponsors, many again who are in the room, Showbiz Cinemas, Memorial Herman, CenturyLink, Red Door Realty, and Chiron Communications joined our returning title sponsor, Friday Daddy's Foundation, for a lot of fun, and we cannot thank you enough for your support. Our sponsors contributed $37,000 this year. Many more sponsors donated to the auction, and our auction is becoming one of the largest in the area. With our auction sponsor, Diamonds in the Rough, we raised $18,000. United Airlines and Dawn Segura get shout-outs for that. To enhance the activities, our school mascot showed up, the Kingwood ROTC was there, we had support from Texan GMC, Buick, Parkway Mazda, Italianos, Kiwi Keys, and Topgolf, and it was a day to remember. Our 2014 Humboldt ISD Golf Classic was able to raise $76,000. Being that this was our 5th annual event, we have been able to raise in the past 5 years $236,000 for our golf programs. And that is for the programs at Atascocita, Kingwood Park, and Summer Creek. We began in 2010 with $26,000, and with a 34% increase, had our $76,000 this year. I will ask our golfers to come forward. We have 1 member from each program, the boys and girls, that have a surprise for you. So you guys want to come up? Real quick.
Big check.
It's heavy. While reserving some funds for training equipment for the students, we are pleased to present the Humboldt ISD Athletic Department a check in the sum of $50,000. 6 days until the 6th annual Humble ISD Golf Classic. We hope that everyone will join us February the 16th, 2015. Thank you.
Okay, last but certainly not least, there is a doctor in the house, Dr. Ted Landry, principal of Kingwood High School. We're going to talk about the state champion 5A boys track.
Yes, we will. We'll talk about it. So I did want to take just a couple of minutes of your time tonight to introduce you to the Kingwood High boys track team, who are the 2015 5A UIL state track and field champions. We have Addison Tomlinson with a pole vault, DeWitt Thomas with 300-meter hurdles and a 4x400 meter relay. We have Miles Marshall, the 800-meter run, along with the 4x400 meter relay. We have Garrett Williamson in the relay, Dawson Trudell in the relay, and Zach Allen as the alternate. So let me set the stage for you. So the way the track and field championship works is it's a compilation of scores. So imagine you're in Austin Saturday night. You're here watching these fabulous young men represent Humble ISD and Kingwood High School. It starts out with a pole vault event. Addison Tomlinson placed 6th in the state, no small feat. The jump of 15 feet, which is not even his personal best. But he earned a point. Every point counts. Then we had Miles Marshall, wins the 800-meter run outright. Earns an additional 10 points for the team. We're sitting at 11 points. The rest of the field is somewhere in the 30s. It's starting to build with some excitement. DeWitt Thomas is next. He places 2nd in the 300-meter hurdles. So he earns an additional 8 points. So we're sitting at 19 points. The leaders are at 38 points. I won't mention who they are. It doesn't really matter. So our last event, the leaders are not in the event. So if we win, we will earn 20 points towards the team championship. 20 points. So those math people in the house, 20 plus 19 will put us up by 1 point. Remember that 1 point in the pole vault. Every point counts. So here we are, Saturday night, and this is the last event.
Yvonne, I need your help. It works at school, I promise. Just showing everybody.
We're still getting ready. We're lining up in the blocks.
You're doing a good color commentary.
Yeah, trying to keep you going. We're in the blue right there in lane 3. First lane, Garrett Williams. Every runner runs one full lap around the track.
Let me explain what I think. Practice makes perfect.
Mr. Thomas, before you get to the second. Young men truly have exemplified what we want our student athletes to be, and they have succeeded. This event, to win the state championship in track and field, is truly one of the most difficult out there. You have to have the right contestants and the right events at the right time, and these were the right contestants at the right time. Guys, we are so proud of you. Congratulations. Their coaches, head coach, Coach Tate Simmons. And Vice President Coach Christian Bartlett on that account. Thank you very much.
Ted, I have a quick question for you. Did you run the Anchor Lake? Quick story. Last night, my daughter runs for Creekwood. She doesn't run very well. She's got my DNA, but usually from the back, she can see everything that's going on. But so she was going to bed last night. I got my iPad out. And I had this. I'd already seen it 4 or 5 times. I said, "Hey, you want to come see a race?" It's Kingman High School. I didn't tell her anything about it. And she watched it. And all of a sudden, you're Anchor Lake, and she slapped her arm and she said, "Those other 3 boys worked so hard and just in a room." Go to bed just for another 30 seconds. He looks like he's got a little more energy left in him. So I told her I was going to see you tonight, and she said, "Don't tell him that." Of course I did. Congratulations. Okay, thank you all. That was awesome. Comments by individual board members. We'll start to the left. Mr. Rushing.
All right. Congratulations to all the super staffers for the month, as well as the accomplishments that we've noted today. Just fantastic news to hear about what's going on in the district, end of the year. On a strong note here in the month of May. Speaking of the month of May, I'm excited about my first round of high school graduations, and so it'll be my first time to shake, I guess, several thousand hands. So I do sincerely very much look forward to that process, at least for this year. And a couple of other things. One is there's a new program. I wanted to give a quick shout out to my kids' school, Deerwood Elementary, because there's a neat program that they're starting that I hope takes on, something that I'm going to be involved with, but some PTA parents, Julie and Mike Wimberly, are spending some time with Deerwood administration working through a program called Watchdogs, which is a program that gets sort of dads and fathers involved in the school, providing sort of more of a male role model, as well as just a positive influence in the school and being more active and engaged in what's going on within the school. So a neat program that I'm looking forward to, so I hope to be able to share some news about that in this forum, and hope that maybe it takes on a life of its own within the district. So more to come on that, but something I'm very excited about. That's it.
Mr. Cunningham.
Thank you, Mr. President. I would want to say congratulations to the staff at Summer Creek. It's a job well done, doing great work over there. And to the super staffers, so thank them for what they do. And last but not least, I'll keep it short, to the state champion, boys 5A track team. That was a good run. I like that. You tracking that? You got Greyhound in it. Thank you.
Super. Ms. Conrad.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Wow. Doing well today. Just a couple of things. If you didn't know already, Governor Perry recently proclaimed this week as Internal Audit Week. So I'd like to just recognize our team, our internal audit team under the direction of Sean Bashan. We certainly appreciate the work that they're doing to help us with analysis, appraisals, and recommendations for helping us achieve our mission in the United States. So thank you. And I'd also like to recognize and congratulate all of our graduating seniors and wish them many more successes in the future.
Mr. Sitton?
Yeah, sticking with the theme of the night, champions. A champion is someone that goes above and beyond and is successful. We've experienced multiple levels of championships tonight, whether it was the staff at Summer Creek, the super staffers, the parents in the community that have gone out and raised money for our kids, the golfers that were successful, the track team that won the state championship, the folks that aren't here, like K Park. Let's see, K Park's still in the playoffs, Tascasita High School still in the baseball playoffs, and Kingwood High School's girls are still in the softball playoffs. You know, we had the opportunity, several of us, to attend the honors night at Kingwood High School. And to watch those kids go across that stage, I hate to say that there was a lot of them going to the University of Texas, but there was a bunch of them. I kept nudging Mr. Rushing and saying, you know, I guess they weren't smart enough to get into A&M, but that's okay. Helping Mr. Rushing out a little bit. But, you know, you had kids going to Harvard. Had one kid, I believe he was admitted to the Air Force Academy. So that's what Humble ISD does. It creates champions, not just in the classroom, but in the community. And it is a community-wide effort between our taxpayers, our teachers, our administrators, our students. And I'm just thrilled to death to be a part of it. So thank you all for giving me the opportunity to be a part of this championship-making organization.
Thank you, Mr. Lopez.
Thank you, Mr. President. I'd like to congratulate all the seniors who will graduate at the end of this month. Graduation is a very, very long day for the trustees. We're there all day for all the graduations, save for one of our high schools. And it really, as a trustee of this district, it's the most rewarding day, I think, for all of us. And the reason why is that you see all of these kids who parents trusted us to educate them, to help prepare them. Parents, I think they're the driving force for preparing their children, but we help prepare them for the next step in their life, and watch them cross that stage, and to know that they're going to be off to this wonderful adventure post-high school is a rewarding thing for a trustee. And I'm looking forward to it. I just want to congratulate the seniors that are out there. Dr. Landry, that video, I have not seen it before. That was very, very exciting. It was actually inspiring here. Even knowing the outcome, that was very exciting. Congratulations to your school and to those young men. Teachers of the Year, Mr. Duke was here. I didn't almost recognize him from the video, whether it was hair he had on his face, but teachers, of course, greatly, they're one of the professions that greatly impact a number of lives, and to recognize the way we do as a district, our Teachers of the Year, every year is a wonderful thing. I just wanted to thank them for doing what they do and the impact that they have on our students' lives. And in that same vein, as a parent of a child in this district, every day I trust my child to go to school with people that watch over him. And to hear what those administrators did at Summer Creek High School is a moving thing, and this reassures me that we have the right people in the right places at these schools to take care of our children when they're away from their families all day. It's just a moving thing. And just to make sure that we're clear, that was Kingwood Park, the Air Force JROTC that was here tonight, and we thank them for what they do and all the ROTC programs that raise the flag at every meeting. That's all I have, Mr. President.
Thank you. And our President-elect, Mr. Scarfo.
Maybe a little premature, but thank you for all my board members, all the comments that were made. I don't believe I can add anything more to those. Great comments, and thanking everyone. I will say, Mr. Duke's comments really were right on the money when he made comments about he saw a good part of his job was preparing those students and teaching them communication skills, leadership skills, in addition to the curriculum parts. That's so critical for their success no matter what they do, and to have and to know that we have teachers that are out there in our district doing those kinds of things on the campuses, it really gives you, sitting here as a board member, confidence that we're going to accomplish the mission, that we're accomplishing it each day, day in and day out. And that's, I don't think it can be said any better than what he said in that video. And that was just very heartwarming for me personally to hear that, because it's just really, really, really important. Because those are the things they need to be successful. And just like the teachers, staff at Summer Creek, that they kind of look at that as just another day on the job, and that, as Mr. Kramer said, they didn't see themselves as heroes. These are their kids, and they're going to do whatever it takes, and that just, again, it just gives you confidence in the fact that we're out there accomplishing that mission. And Dr. Landry, thanks for having us the other night. And Mr. Raving, I'm sorry, if we would have known sooner, we could have split up and been in, 2 places, but sorry that we couldn't do that. But that was awesome. That was really a thrill to see those kiddos getting, and some of them, I'll tell you, there's a couple of them that I contacted our Vice President of Recruiting today, so we need to get some feelers out to a couple of those kiddos, boy, because they were knocking down some of those awards, I tell you what. But overall, what an impressive group, and I know that's mirrored campus to campus, especially in our high schools. And again, as all of my colleagues said, looking forward to a week from Saturday, right? That is probably one of the best days of being on the board. Just getting a chance to talk to those kids coming across, and it's just a lot of fun. You need hand cream because your hand gets so worn out and so chapped, but it's okay, it's worth it. But it's just great. So I'm looking forward to that. I know these guys are too. And it's going to be a good 13 hours. Thank you.
All right, I think enough's been said from our side, so I'm going to pass it to you, Dr. Sconzo.
No report.
No report. Okay, we're going to jump into actions in closed session and minutes. Mr. Lopez, if you could jump into that, please.
Sure, Mr. President. As to personnel proposed non-renewal of term employment contract of certified employee, I move that in accordance with board policy DFBB legal, the board accept the recommendation of the superintendent to propose non-renewal of the term employment contract of Monica Quintero for good cause pursuant to the Texas Education Code, section 21.211. Further authorize the superintendent or his designee to provide notice of this action to the employee.
Moved and seconded. All in favor? Right hand.
Mr. President, I move that in accordance with board policy DFAB, the board accept the recommendation of the superintendent to terminate the probationary employment contracts of the employees as presented to the board for good cause pursuant to Texas Education Code, section 21.103. Further authorize the superintendent or his designee to provide notice of this action to the employees.
Moved and seconded. All in favor? Right hand.
Mr. President, as to personnel, I move that the board approve the administration's personnel recommendation as presented with addendum.
Second.
Moved and seconded. All in favor? Right hand. And opposed? Thanks, sir.
Mr. President, as to the minutes, I move the board approve the minutes for the regular board meeting held on April 8th, 2014.
Second.
Moved in second, all in favor?
I move the board approve the minutes for the special board meeting held on April 22nd, 2014.
Moved in second, all in favor, right here?
I move the board approve the minutes for the special board meeting and workshop held on April 29th, 2014.
Second.
Moved in second, all in favor? Super, thank you, sir. All right, we're going to... Yes, sir. Yeah, please. Yes.
I just want to recognize a couple of people in the audience with the board's approval of our personnel recommendations. I want to first introduce everyone to officially the new principal of Riverwood Middle School. And I'm especially thrilled to be able to appoint an Aggie to lead that Longhorn family. New principal of Riverwood Middle School, Mr. Donnie Bojan. Donnie, congratulations. Also want to introduce and congratulate our new district director for professional development, and that is Glenda Holder.
All right, we're going to jump into reports from board associations and committees. The first one is the audit committee, Mr. Cunningham.
Audit committee has no report, Mr. President.
Thank you, sir. And next is Mr. Lopez, the board superintendent evaluation process and rules committee.
We don't have a report right now, but we're starting to hear about circulating dates for committee meetings here soon.
Thank you. Next one is the building and planning committee, and that's my report. We had a great meeting with Kenny and Tom and Leanne last week. We appreciate so much your help and your work that you did and bringing us up to speed. Had a great update on summer work that's going on and a pretty healthy discussion about the energy manager situation that we're going to go forward. That's the plan anyway. And Kenny is prepared to answer your questions. I know all of you got the job description for the energy manager. If there's any questions, Kenny's happy to answer those for you. Any questions? Okay. Finance committee, Mr. Scarfo.
The only thing I will report is the Finance Committee has a meeting next Tuesday, 20th. And then we have a budget workshop scheduled for 27th, following Tuesday. And we'll be looking to possibly approve the budget at that point. It's not guaranteed it'll happen then, but that's our target right now. And, that's where we're at.
Thank you, sir. Legislative committee, Mr. Cunningham.
No report, Mr. President.
Advertising and marketing committee, Mr. Lopez.
No report.
Program evaluation committee, Mr. Sitton.
You've all been getting emails back and forth. We're finding it very difficult to get everyone's schedules together. As we talked at the last meeting, we really want to hold a workshop and have a gentleman that conducted the curriculum audit come in and kind of give us an idea of where we're at as it relates to that document. Also, the individual that did our RTI audit, you all received a copy of that at the last meeting as well. So I wanted you to have that information, but given the opportunity to ask questions and get feedback from those folks. So we threw out a couple of dates for June. None of those worked, so we're going to continue to try to match everyone's schedule. I know it's tough here in the summertime, the travel and so forth, but it's very important that we get together to hear what these folks have to say before we start the new school year.
Thank you, sir. Mr. Rushing, Education Foundation.
Just one comment. You guys all read and heard, I'm sure, about the prize posse that was out full force last week. Jerry and company and members of the foundation board were out handing out checks to those individuals that are thinking big for our district and helping come up with solutions to issues that they see in the classroom that helps them further the learning environment and certainly It's no small feat to make that road trip, but a lot of volunteers to help with that process, and a lot of very deserving winners, teachers within the district getting rewarded for their ideas that will help them do the work that they want to do. So unfortunately I was not able to attend due to some conflicts, but very much looking forward to being on that bus one of these days, hopefully next year. So thank you, Jerry, to you.
And Ms. Conrad, Kingwood Super Neighborhood Council?
Yes, sir. The council last met on April 16th. Our speaker was representative from the Public Works Department, Chris County, on safe sidewalks. We learned everything that possibly needed to learn about safe sidewalks. And your fun fact for today is there are 4,390 miles of sidewalks in Harris County. All right, our next meeting. Oh, we also have a lengthy discussion about the current mobility study, which is also simultaneously being presented now at the community center. Our next meeting is Wednesday, May 21st. The speaker is Burdette Huffman from Levette Commercial, which is regarding the redevelopment of Kings Crossing. If you're familiar with that, it should be a record.
Is the Kingwood Super Neighborhood Council going to have opinion on it? You just have opinion, debate?
There are several opinions present on the council.
So it's not.
I don't know what the issue is.
8 lanes supervisors.
I think Councilmember Martin is recommending superhighway right to his driveway.
Interesting you had it tonight, so now it's.
Okay, let's see, let's jump into the consent agenda. Run through this. Anybody has anything they want to pull, we will pull that and go from there. Under learning considerations and purchases, educational consulting services. That is consent. Under government's considerations, interlocal agreement with Harris County Department of Education for specialized services related to discipline, alternative education placement. That is consent. Item D, low attendance day waiver for the 2013-14 school year. Also consent. Under financial services considerations and purchases, tax refunds. Consent waiver of P&I. Consent. Budgetary amendments. Consent. Property and casualty insurance program. Consent. And under support services, considerations and purchases, item A, my favorite, grease trap maintenance. I feel like pulling that. Consent. We are in favor of grease trap maintenance. Gas line testing and repair services. Enterprise fleet copier management and implementation services. What do we forget? Athletic and physical education equipment supplies and associated services. Consent. Awards, promotional items, custom apparel, and associated services. And performing arts equipment and supplies. Fisher. Agenda. Mr. Lopez, I'll let you read that back. Motion.
Mr. President, as to the consent agenda, I move that the board approve the following items by consent. Under learning considerations and purchases, item A. Under governance considerations, items A and B. Under financial services considerations and purchases, items A, B, C, and D. Under support services considerations and purchases, items A, B, C, D, E, and F.
Second. And seconded. All in favor? All right. Let's see. I think, Dr. Sconson, we just have a report. Proposed revisions to policy EIF local.
Yes, that's provided tonight for secretary to the board as information. I'm happy to respond to any board's input, questions between now and our regular meeting in June, when we will bring that back for your consideration and action.
And then our monthly financial services report.
Correct, that's been provided to you as well, and as always, happy to answer any questions trustees may have, if not tonight, and simply any other.
Awesome. Future board business. Any future board business we need to discuss? Okay, we are adjourned. Thank you.